We often ask ourselves, why do I feel like this? Why am I so hard on myself? Why do I freeze when I try to speak up? And why does a small trigger make such a big response? The answer doesn't begin with what happened. It begins with what we made it mean. In the world of trauma-informed therapy, we talk about something called a sensitizing event. It's a defining moment, often early in life, where something felt too big, too confusing, or too painful for us to process. It might not have looked like trauma from the outside, but your nervous system remembers. And in that moment, your body whispered, this is too painful. I can't let this happen again. So, to protect you, your brain created meaning, not truth, not fact, but a story, a filter that said, it must be my fault. I'm not enough. If I was better, they would have stayed. If I speak up, I'll lose love. If I rest, I'll be rejected. And that filter became the voice in your head, your inner critic, not because you're broken, but because your brilliant body and brain tried to keep you safe. But here's the thing, what once protected you now limits you. That old filter is still trying to translate your present moment through the lens of your past pain. So you hear it when someone compliments you. You hear it when you try to rest. You hear it when you fall in love. And it says, you're too much, or you're not enough. Don't get your hopes up. They'll leave if they see the real you. Sound familiar? This is what I call the inner critic filter, and healing it is at the heart of the work I do with clients every day. You see, the voice in your head isn't the enemy. It's a protector, but forged in pain. A well-meaning, misguided narrator that forms in the aftermath of something you couldn't make sense of. Not because you were broken or stupid, but because you were too young to process it. You just didn't have the tools at the time. In the world of trauma-informed therapy, we call that original moment a sensitizing event. The time when something painful, confusing, or deeply unsettling happened. And your nervous system had to adapt on the spot. You didn't create the event. You created the meaning. You made it mean something about you, about your safety, your worth, your place in the world. And that meaning became a filter, a fast-acting internal lens that now colours everything. Every compliment you deflect, every risk you don't take, every time you think, I'll never be enough. That's the filter talking. It whispers, don't get too comfortable. They'll leave if they see the real you. Good things don't last. You're just not wired for love, success, peace, name your thing. But what I want you to know is that filter can be cleaned gently, respectfully, and at your pace. It's not about bulldozing your beliefs. It's about returning to the origin of the story, not to relive it, but to understand it with adult eyes, a safe body, and tools you simply didn't have before. And that's the work of emotional recalibration. In my practice, we don't force healing, we invite it. Through somatic presence, trauma-informed care, and inner child reconnection, we work with the nervous system, not against it, because healing isn't about changing who you are. It's about becoming who you were before the filter.